Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Appalachian Bourbon Society bar for a Which Whiskey Wednesday. I want to give a big thank you to my wonderful wife, Jamie, for helping me out tonight. She's the brains behind the operation, and I'm here for moral support and, of course, the whiskey. Tonight we're diving into some high proof ryes, so prepare yourself. This might get spicy. You want to tell everybody what we have?
Sure. So first up, what we're going to have tonight is our Old Forester single barrel proof rye. And this comes in at 129.8 proof. From what we can find on the internet, it is aged about 4 to 5 years, and the mash bill on it is 65% rye, 15% corn, and 20% malted barley. The cost of this bottle was around $99.
Next one?
Up next, we have our Jack Daniel's single barrel, of course, barrel proof rye again, coming in at 133.7 proof. It's the highest proof in the bunch tonight and is rumored to be around 5 to 7 years. And the mash bill on this one is a 70% rye, 12% malted barley, and 18% corn. The cost around this one was $69.99 and was a store pick from Sprayberry Bottle Shop.
That was a lot. All right, last but certainly not least, this is the River Roots rye coming in at 124.58 proof. It's age stated at 12 years and 2 months. Now this bottle is sourced from MGP, and this is the 95.5 mash bill. If you listen to the Mashup podcast, you may be familiar with this one. This is the first barrel pick the group has done that they released to their listeners. They had more demand for this one than they had bottles, and I was fortunate enough to grab one. So in true Kenny Mills fashion, we're going to put it in a blind. And the cost on this one was $119.99 plus shipping to get it here, of course. So you ready to dive in?
I'm ready.
Start left and work our way to the right?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do it. Grab my little piece of paper here to write on to make some notes. Give her a little swirl.
Just a slight ethanol on this one.
Yeah.
Coming in with the oaky and brown sugar vanilla.
Yeah, it's definitely brown sugar, caramel, a little bit of spice on the back end, a little bit of oak. It smells delicious.
It does.
Ready to taste it?
Cheers.
Cheers. That spice hits you right up front.
It does. But it's still, even as it goes down, I'm still getting a little hint of that spice. But behind it is this very sweet.
Well, that might be too, just because that's our first pour of the night. We might have should have done a warm-up pour, considering all these are higher proofs. But yeah, you definitely get that spice right on the front of the palate. Nice medium finish on it. Turns sweet though after that first initial spice. You get the spiciness, then some sweetness. It's like it's almost getting like strawberry.
Yeah, kind of like a chocolate covered strawberry or some kind of dessert with
I think I'm gonna give that a second sip here.
With a sugary strawberry, like a bread or cake.
Yeah,
pastry. It's some form of sweet pastry.
Yeah, again, I mean, just getting that spice right up front turns into a sweet, chocolatey fruit, almost like a strawberry to me. Nice medium finish. That's definitely a good one. Starting out strong.
That makes a good dessert ending sipper for the night.
All right, you ready to get into this second one?
Let's do it.
Oh, wow. That is a much sweeter nose.
sweeter. I'm getting more orangey zest,
More
citrusy.
orange citrus, yeah. Didn't get that ethanol up front.
No, it's very mellow on the nose.
Yeah.
Slight oak.
Yep.
That
Let's
smells
give it a
good.
taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
So not near the spice up front on the front of the palate. Spice comes in more mid palate, but it's not near the spice kick of the first one.
No, and for all of these to be high proofs, I don't feel the high proof on this one. We don't know what it is. This one is, but I don't feel the high proof on this one.
That drinks really, really well. I'm gonna give it another sip. So yeah, for me, you get that citrusy toward the front of the palate.
It's got a good finish to it. It's still.
But you get that citrus right up front to mid palate. Turns to a sweetness on the back end with a little bit of oak. That to me is almost, it turns like to, not sweet, but like a dark I can't talk tonight. A dark chocolate sweetness.
Just a little bit of the bitterness at the back end of it.
Like you would get off of a dark chocolate. That's good.
It's very viscous too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can feel that in my mouth, but you can see it's coating that glass very well as well.
All right, cleanse the palate. You ready to move on to number 3?
Let's do it.
So again, no ethanol, no big spice right up front.
I get a little bit of the ethanol. It's not strong. It's not overpowering.
I'm not getting any to me.
Definitely some brown sugar in there.
Yeah, brown sugar, caramel.
Vanilla.
Some baking spice.
It smells very dessert-like as well.
I don't think it's quite as
Not as sweet.
sweet smelling as the second one.
No,
Definitely savory. Smells delicious.
it does.
Cheers.
Cheers. Almost like orange chocolate. That's got like an orange dark chocolate hint.
So again, don't get that spice right up front like the first one did. Coats the mouth really, really well. Sweet.
That's good.
Yeah, I got to give it another sip. I'm trying to pull out some notes there. I didn't.
I'm getting a little bit of the oak on the palate. I'm definitely feeling more of the proofiness on this one.
So yeah, I was gonna say on that second sip, I get a little bit more of that spice right up front. Then it turns to almost like a citrus. Then you get a little bit of that oak coming in to round out the finish. Nice medium to long finish there. This is definitely more on the savory side than the second one. I think
And that one, to me, on the palate, did you feel like it was like an orange chocolate?
there's definitely that citrus. I didn't get like, there's some bitterness toward the back end of it, I guess you could almost say it's kind of like a dark chocolate. But it wasn't, I got more dark chocolate off of the second one than I did the third one. But I think I'm gonna have to taste back through these one more time just to see where I'm at. Let's cleanse the palate before we go back to the first one here.
And it's kind of surprising to me because, like I said, with all of these high proofs, they all are not, to me, one of them, to me, felt like it was their proof.
Yeah, going back to that first one, you still get that.
You still get that strawberry.
Yeah, but you get that spice right up front.
Right up front, yes.
Then you get that sweetness comes in. That's good.
And I don't know if y'all could tell in the video, but all of these are like very similar in color too.
Yeah. Man, this is a tough one.
That is tough.
They're also good.
And cleanse my palate.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do before I go back to that third one.
I think I know mine.
Oh, well, hold on. You getting ahead of me.
I'm sorry. I was excited. I knew what I wanted.
All right, so which one's your last place?
My last place is actually going to be the first one.
All right, so let's reveal that first.
And that to me is because it was so much more spice forward up front, and I don't tend to go towards that. And that was Glass C. And Glass C for us, actually tonight, surprisingly, was the Old Forester.
That's the Old Forester?
Yes, that was my last place.
Wow. So that was also my last place, was the first glass. You want me to do my second place next?
Sure.
My second place tonight was Glass A. Glass A is going to be the Jack Daniels. Was that your second place?
That was also my second place tonight.
Are you just agreeing with me? No. You got it written down over there?
I do, actually.
All right, so that means coming in at first place tonight is going to be the River Roots rye. Definitely a good bottle. I wish I could pick up another one for sure. Very, very tasty. That not milk chocolate, that dark chocolate on the finish, just like a dark chocolate covered cherry almost, or strawberry.
And then with a little bit of citrus to it.
Yeah, that citrus up front. And man, it's just a really, really, in my opinion, well-balanced pour. So there you have it. That's our results for the night. The River Roots coming in first place. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. Always leave us some comments down below. And never drink and drive. Cheers.
Cheers.